Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. Happy Friday. Sending you positive vibes for a fabulous weekend. Do me a favor, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support the work I do, as I'm not monetized, please consider a Patreon membership. You can find out how to do that in the description. That's my cat Bo in the background, and I'm going to let him out. Hold on. Oy vey. If you've been following the Dan Markel case, you know that Donna and Harvey Adelson gave some fiery statements at Donna's sentencing. Well, Dan Markel's mother, Ruth, is finally speaking out about it. On October 13th, Leon Circuit Judge Stephen Everett sentenced Donna to life in prison without the possibility of parole or release. Before he gave the sentence, Harvey Adelson complained that the Markels, quote, told lies to the court about our grandchildren, end quote. Donna said that she loved Dan Markel. It was absolutely disgraceful. Ruth wrote an email to the Tallahassee Democrat, and this is what she said, quote, during sentencing, our family listened in disbelief to the disrespectful and delusional statements made by both Donna and Harvey Adelson before Donna's sentencing for the first-degree murder and other convictions of our son and brother, Dan Markel. Contrary to Donna's claims, she never mourned the loss of Danny's life, nor did she ever express concern for his sons losing their father. Ruth said that it was deeply unfortunate that Harvey Adelson used his time in court to challenge her family's account of their relationship with the boys, Ben and Lincoln. Those are Dan Markel's sons. Ruth Markel also mentioned the Markel Act, which she and her family helped push through the legislature in 2022. That act gives grandparents visitation rights after the death of a parent. Ruth went on to write, quote, we will set the record straight as we have in court and elsewhere. Our family was cut off from contact with the boys for 6 full years. From the moment authorities implicated Adelson family members in Danny's murder until 1 hour after the Florida legislature passed the Markel Act, end quote. Ruth went on to say that since that time, their interactions with their grandchildren have been limited mainly through Wendi Adelson's supervised Zoom calls and short visits. Ruth went on to write, quote, Wendi refuses to share their address, and gifts that we send must be mailed to her lawyer's office. We were uninvited to Benjamin's bar mitzvah following Charlie's arrest and never invited to Lincoln's. We grieve the years lost and the years ahead without independent and direct contact with them, end quote. Ruth went on to thank the court, prosecutors, jurors, and law enforcement for their steadfast commitment to bringing justice to Donna Adelson, as well as Charlie Adelson, the two hitmen and the go-between, Katie McBanawa. Ruth went on to write in this email, quote, beyond her crimes, Donna scorned Danny, drove deliberate wedges between him and Wendi, and disparaged him to his own sons. Her display of emotion before the court was not remorse for Danny's death, but sorrow for the consequences she now faces for causing it, end quote. I could not agree more. Not only did Donna help plot the crime and pay for it, she then supported her daughter when Wendi changed the kids' names from Markel to Adelson. There was so much pain doled out to these people who lost their son to a brutal crime, something I'm sure they're never going to get over. Sometimes the cruelty of people just astounds me, and the Adelsons are those kind of people. But again, I think we all know why Donna and Harvey said what they said at the sentencing. They're trying to keep face with their friends and mostly with their grandsons, Ben and Lincoln, whose father Donna helped unalive. Donna was able to muster tears because she wasn't thinking about the boys or the Markels or Danny. She was thinking about herself and the fact that she's going to spend the rest of her life behind bars and not be able to be with Harvey. And Donna allowed her attorneys to attack her daughter, Wendi, and her son, Charlie, this mother who people say gave everything to her children. What I see is that she made her kids entitled, amoral, antisocial, pathological liars. I find it incredible as well that they found any friends of the Adelsons who were willing to speak in court. Those friends must also be pretty delusional to continue to believe in Donna's innocence, despite all the evidence presented. When Donna was found guilty, Ruth Markel said this: "Dan's life was marked by his devotion to family, education, and community. Dan's murder has shattered our family and caused deep, permanent pain. This was a particularly senseless crime. It is a murder of grief, a murder of selfishly prioritizing one's own desires over what is just or right. And at its core, this was a murder of convenience, so that one grandmother could live closer to her grandchildren. She killed their father and ripped the children from the other grandparents. Donna Adelson has caused immense devastation and an untimely, undeserved murder through her actions. While no trial or verdict can ever heal the profound wounds caused by Dan's murder, justice must be served." End quote. Phil Markel also spoke on the day that Donna was found guilty. He said, quote, "Donna's selfishness, cruelty, and complete disrespect for human life, along with that of her co-conspirators, have left families forever broken. In the Jewish custom, we have an expression to always wish others to live to 120 years of age. For Donna, I wish her to live to 120, alone in her jail cell. I wish that every day of her remaining days, she thinks about the harm she has caused to so many, especially those two boys she claims to have loved so much." And then Phil posed a question to Donna: was it worth it? Sadly, I don't think Donna's going to reflect on her behavior. I think she's extremely delusional and she believes her own lies. And she has herself convinced that she did not cause Dan Markel's death. And I think the reason she says that with such conviction is that she has compartmentalized the act of the crime. I think she's saying, well, I didn't pull the trigger. I am not the one who physically killed Dan Markel. That's what I think she believes in her head. But of course, Dan Markel would still be alive if Donna had not done what she did. And her doing what she did tells me that she doesn't love her grandchildren, Ben and Lincoln. Because if she loved them, she would have wanted them to grow up with their father. Again, it makes me sad that there are people like this in the world. Sending love to every member of the Markel family, including to Benjamin and Lincoln. You guys are victims of this crime as well. You and your father. Let's hope the prosecution can go after Wendi Adelson and Harvey Adelson. Unfortunately, I believe that they were involved in the crime. I think they knew it was going to happen. I think they tried to cover it up. I think they lied about stuff in court. That's my opinion. And don't worry, Benjamin and Lincoln will be well loved by the Markels if that does happen. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time on Bed Crime Stories. Please smash that like button. Sending you light and love.